Hey, what's up, ladies and gentle-tubers? My name is Tyler. This is the eveRide channel. Welcome to the eveRide garage. It's kind of a mess. I don't have like a special garage for you guys. I'm sorry. It's the garage that my family uses. But today I have some super awesome news. We have the WR250F here. As you remember, a few months ago, I bought this bike with my brother, and it's time to rebuild this bad boy. Here's the story. So we got this bike, everything was pretty good, it needed a few things. I contacted Rocky Mountain, I said, hey, I've got this bike, I would love to do a series to show people how they can get an older bike. This is a 2003 WR250F. I'd love to show people how they can get an older bike for, you know, a little less expensive, and then basically, you know, turn it into a dual sport, get it street legal, and then show them how to just kind of bling it out, make it nice. And I was wondering if you guys would be interested in helping me with that. This is to Rocky Mountain. They said, sure. So what do you need for the project? And I said, well, whatever goes on a WR. I don't know. I just need some chain and sprockets and whatever you guys want. And you guys, let me tell you, Rocky Mountain. Okay, they are sponsoring this video, which is pretty apparent. But I have to say, they are awesome. They are seriously like top-notch people. So here's the situation. A lot of this stuff was sent to me, which is incredibly generous, and I'll show you all this stuff real soon. But at the same time, even after they sent this stuff, I still ordered stuff through their site because it's less expensive than other sites, especially for dirt bike dual sport parts, which is our thing. So lower price, great quality, and then the shipping. I don't know if they're in Utah, so I'm in Utah. It's probably not going to be this way everywhere. But in Utah, they get the stuff to me overnight. I don't know how, but that's how it works in Utah. It's pretty amazing. I still have to pay sales tax. Anyway, I still get stuff at Rocky Mountain because it's cheaper. And here's the thing. When I sought out Rocky Mountain in the very beginning, I said, hey guys, your Tusk stuff is perfect for my audience because it's good stuff. I have stuff on my bike. And the most important thing is it's budget friendly. Anyway, they said, hey, well, we'd love to promote you with some Tusk stuff. So they went overboard. Let me show you what they sent down. It was like 4 different boxes. So we're gonna go full hat cam mode here. All right, this is just outstanding. So they sent the Tusk Impact rims, full set, black, brand new, super sweet. I actually picked up these Kenda, oh shoot, what are they? They're the Kenda Trackmaster 2s. I can't remember the designation, but Kenda Trackmaster 2s, both front and back. Again, I bought those from Rocky Mountain because they were inexpensive. They're less than anywhere else. Now let's get to all this crazy stuff. Chain lube, Tusk Chub bar, primary drive high performance chain in black. It's gonna look sweet. Dual sport mirror, tech cord, gel battery, rim locks, which I don't need because I already got them on here. This actually didn't come from Rocky Mountain. This came from Amazon. This is aux beam 12-inch light bar, and that's gonna look sweet. We've got a whole light video that's gonna come up. I'm so excited, you guys, I'm sorry. Primary drive, sprocket bolt and nut kit, front sprocket, rear sprocket, big bar clamp kit, big bar adapter, high pressure radiator cap, chain guard, shift lever, brake lever, rear brake lever, front hand guards with the blinkers over here, all of the electrical stuff to make it into a dual sport, horn, all that stuff, oil filters, throttle cable. Here we've got the hand guards themselves, the big aluminum hand guards. Man, some of this stuff I don't even know what it is. Oh, these must be to the hand guards. These must be to these. Anyway, safety wire pliers. That's awesome. Brake rotor bolt kit, 2 brake rotors, Typhoon brake rotors. You can see a rear and a front, case saver, bunch of anodized parts, some sweet, huge, oversized billet foot pegs, CO2 pump, grip. Oh my gosh, I'm just so stoked. These are brake and clutch levers. Brake pads. Here's some eveRide shirts. You got the Mountain and the Pilot. Those are gonna be, we'll talk about those later. But you guys, oh, that's right. Lexx exhaust, and I'm sure I'm missing some stuff. They gave me a backpack on the eveRide. Here's a bunch of stuff that they sent for the KLR just for kicks. Some high pressure radiator caps, low profile drain oil drain plug things. Actually a couple of those. with the instructions to give some of it away, which I will. That's to you guys. Nitro tape, another huge Typhoon brake rotor. It gave me a Climb balaclava. Just, I mean, oh, that's right, more. Motion Pro clutch cable, the rear light and fender kit for the dual sport kit, Polysport fork guards, and a full set of brand new Cherby's plastics. You guys, I'm pumped. So we're gonna be basically not rebuilding this bike because the bike is in good running condition, but we're gonna be putting on all these parts and just making this bike absolutely beautiful. We've also got a seat that is coming from Seat Concepts, who I've been talking to. Those guys are super awesome. I have Seat Concepts on the KLR and on the DRZ, and honestly, it's my favorite seat. Budget friendly, guys. All this stuff is budget friendly. And obviously, you know, over here we've got all this anodized stuff, and you don't need a lot of this stuff to be fancy and nice. But if you do need something, these cost less than like OEM stuff, and they're nice and anodized and they look cool, you know? So if you need any of this stuff, it's gonna look really good, but it's also priced really, really affordably. So that's what I love about Tusk stuff. Anyway, guys, I'm just gonna start stripping down the bike, and we'll just show you the build time-lapse mode. So here we go. Okay guys, so there we have it. We just did the time lapse. This thing's looking pretty bare bones. And what I thought was clean before, once you get rid of all the nasty stuff, man, it's very dirty. You know, for new bike owners, I know that it can be pretty intimidating. What I would suggest you do, and I did it with my KLR a long time ago, my first experience with bikes, is I just kind of took all the plastics off and just kind of got to know everything on the bike. That kind of got me familiar with things, and so I wasn't so uncomfortable. I mean, I still didn't know how to do any major mechanics, but I just knew where things were. I'd recommend that you do that just to double check, especially when you buy a used bike, just to double check, make sure everything's there. Look for any bolts that are loose. I mean, the thing is there were so many loose bolts. I mean, this thing is kind of a mess. It's a good idea just to go through and double check everything, make sure things are tight, take out any wonky looking screws or bolts, replace them with new. It's just a good idea to go through it. But anyway, here we have it. Let's look at the damage. So we took off the headlight fairing, obviously. I lowered the forks down just a hair. These were actually like up in some wonky way. These have the Devol radiator guards and the Devol skid plate, which is really awesome. Got the pipe off, getting ready for a new pipe. Just took off a bunch of odds and ends. Look how dirty that is, and that's rusty down in there. Some of those bolts were like rusted. Checking out the battery, we'll replace that. The entire rear of the bike, back fender will all be replaced and modernized. But as you can see, I mean, there's just crud, you know? The bike's just, it's a used bike, so there's gonna be a lot of crud. So basically what I'm gonna do now is just take it out and power wash it. We've got some problems down here. We've got a stripped Phillips head right there. That's a pain in the neck. And the chain's in bad shape. The sprocket, you can see the sprocket. I thought the sprocket was okay at first, and then after I looked closer at it, it's loose, and it's got this stuff. This whole rim, brake rotor, sprocket, everything's gonna be replaced soon enough, so I'm not real worried about that. To get the stickers off of here, I just used a heat gun. We're gonna replace those stickers, those decals later. I'll just clean this thing and really get it top shape so it's ready like a photo shoot model. I don't know. All right guys, so it's time to just blast this thing off and clean up the parts. You can see I've stuffed a plastic bag inside there, and I've protected this part with a bag as well. That part I'm just not even gonna spray. I'm just gonna get some wipes and clean that out later, but for now let's just clean it out, all this hidden gunk. Yeah, love. All right, guys, it's day 2 of the rebuild. Not really a rebuild.
Transformation?
Transformation. The beautification. The makeover. Makeover. That's a good one. This is my buddy Joe. You've seen him before a little bit. I actually did a whole huge repair series on the DRZ with him. We did a lot of stuff on it. I'll need to put that up. But Joe's awesome. He knows everything. He also knows how to fix broken legs and stuff like that. You saw that. Anyway, so here's how the bike looks. I'm trying to spray the aluminum down here. You're probably thinking that's an idiotic idea. I figured, I'll just give it a try. Why not? You know, I just touch it up if it looks bad. And this way I can see if it works, so if you guys want to try it, if it works, then you'll know it works. If it doesn't, then you don't have to waste your time doing it like I did. So we spray painted a couple of things. I got some paint that matched the frame and sprayed a little bit of the rusty parts down here. And yeah, we're gonna see how it works, but we'll put you in time-lapse mode again. But now we're just gonna take the wheels off. We're gonna install all the new wheels, brake rotors, everything like that. I gotta get the chain and sprockets off, but other than that, it's time to start putting things on. So we'll do the time lapse. Sweet. Yes.
What are we doing?
All right, here's Joe. He's gonna show us how to install a chain. It's something that's a total nightmare if you don't have the right tools to do. Basically what you do is you thread your chain around, you thread it through this stuff, bring it around, and then here we have the master link, and we have this handy dandy little chain tool. That's from Rocky Mountain, ATV MC, of course. And yeah, just go ahead and put it on there. This makes things so much easier, you guys, because when I did it on the DRZ before, I was using pliers, and seriously, it was such a nightmare. But it's really, really easy when you do it this way. So you just slide it on like that, and you put, there's like a notch in it, you put that notch over the little pins that go through the chain, and then you just tighten it up a little bit on both sides. And then there's a center screw, a pin that goes through that will push the master link on all the way, and man, it just makes it such an easy task. They also have a chain breaker tool that you might need to do if you need to shorten your chain a little bit. It just so happens that this chain was a good length for this motorcycle, so there you go. You just clamp it on there nice, undo it, take it off of the chain, and then it's on there. See, and there's plenty of room there. You can see there's plenty of room to put your clip to keep everything together. Seriously, that makes like a 2-hour job into a 5-minute job. There you go. Make sure it's in. Now, one thing that's important to do, this doesn't go on just any way. You want to make sure that the front of the clip is going towards the sprocket on the top. Whoops, WD-40. You want to make sure that it's going that way. That way it doesn't come in there and unclip.
Yeah, you're trying to, when it goes through the sliders and everything, you want it to be pushed on.
Yeah, yeah. All right, sweet. So there's the chain. Cool. Cool beans. Thanks, Joe. All right, guys, so you're pretty down there. I had some extra time today waiting for the tank to get here and a few other things. Special surprises. This is probably like, I don't know what's going on. Anyway, I've made the headlight adapter. It's the same thing that I made in my other video, except for this one, I've made out of just a flat bar aluminum. I believe it's 2-inch. I basically just bent it the exact same way as I did before, and then I'll drill some bigger holes here and here and here and here, but this will be a little bit lighter. Hopefully it'll be just as strong. This does involve more drilling, but the same amount of measuring and stuff like that. But if you don't want to use the aluminum and you want to have the holes pre-drilled, then you can get the stuff that I used in my other headlight video. But this is the stuff right here. So I'm just going to file off these sharp edges, and then I've got to go to Buddy's house because I actually don't have a drill bit big enough to make these big holes. So, and then that will basically fit right around the 2 bolts on each side for the fork clamps. And then it'll come out and I can mount my big awesome light bar on there. So that's how that's done. And if you want to know more about how this is made to adapt any kind of light on, then there will be a link, so check it out. All right, you guys, so here we are. We've got, not the completed bike yet. I'm still waiting on some stuff. We've got a seat coming from Seat Concepts. We've got a tank that's on the way. It's an Achereby's natural tank. I know that they can turn yellow over time, but I want to see where my gas level is at. That's, you know, something I wish I had on all the bikes. Gas is good to know. It's a good thing to know, especially for somebody like me. But I just want to go over all of the stuff that I've put on the bike. It's still a work in progress, but I gotta say, installation of just about everything for the most part was a total breeze. And I was super intimidated by the Tusk enduro kit, the enduro lighting kit. And honestly, it was just not that hard. They've got a couple of videos up. I'll put links to them, but they're so... It's like, okay, now this wire goes into this. It's just step-by-step, plug and play. It's so easy. It wasn't intimidating at all. You don't even need to solder that much stuff, really. It's just easy. But anyway, let's go through the bike. Let's check things out. First of all, just some of the things that I've done is I've actually painted some of these side things. And I wanted to point out first that I'm not sure if this paint's going to stick. You can see it's already rubbing off a little bit in places. I do this kind of stuff so that you guys don't have to mess up and screw up your own bikes. I tried painting this with, I want to say undercarriage paint, whatever it's called, undercoating. Same with the skid plate, and then these side guards as well. You know, it looks good for now. We'll see if it lasts. If it doesn't last, then I'll probably just blast off the paint and try something else, you know. I want to find out what works well. So if you guys have any suggestions for what to paint, you know, high wear places like this, please let me know. Yeah, let's just go through this thing front to back, or rather back to front. We got the Tusk Typhoon brakes. You can see I've been wearing them in a little bit. I didn't put in the brake pads yet, just because these have plenty left on them. Those are some EBC brakes, but Rocky Mountain did send some Tusk brake pads, which I'll put in eventually. The Tusk impact rims look so nice, and we'll do more on that in the reveal. We've got the Kenda K760 Trackmasters. These things are like super knobby, but still DOT approved. Some people say that the sidewalls aren't very stiff. I'm gonna give them a try. I did buy these from Rocky Mountain just because they had them for the lowest price. They have most everything for the lowest price. Ooh, here we have the Lexx exhaust for this bike. Everything is nice. You know, they got the collar on here, like detailed. I mean, it's just nice, and it sounds really good. I'll have to fire it up in just a second. Hopefully there's still enough gas in the carburetor. But this exhaust sounds really nice. It sounds a lot better than the Dr. D that I had on there before. You know, I'm just kind of in the point in my life where I'm tired of loud exhausts, and this quiets it down quite nicely at idle and things like that, but when you wrap it out, oh, it sounds really good. And as far as adjusting the carburetor, here, I'll come around this side. As far as adjusting the carburetor, I really didn't have to adjust it that much from the Dr. D to this one, a quarter of a turn before it lost all of the popping and backfiring. Just lean it out a little tiny bit to account for a little bit more restricted airflow, but you know, quarter of a turn clockwise with that. This is the Tusk basically like carburetor adjustment needle. I can't remember the exact name of it, but I actually bought that before they sent any of this stuff. Let's go back to the back. So we've got a primary drive black chain, primary drive steel sprocket, and a primary drive chain guard on the bottom. All of it, I mean, it works how a chain should work. It's an X-ring chain, very nice, extremely economical if you need a new chain. And from what I've heard from other people with this chain, it lasts just as long as any of the expensive ones. So we got the Achereby's plastics on there, super nice, nice and blue. This is part of the Tusk Enduro kit. It comes with the rear light back here and the blinkers. All right, so moving forward, we've got just a bunch of like bling on here. And the cool thing is it doesn't cost that much. I mean, it usually costs less than OEM stuff if you absolutely need it. For example, like this master cylinder reservoir cap. It's very nice, matches the bike. We've got this brake lever. Oh yeah, it just looks so good, so grippy. It's got this cool thing to keep it from, you know, bending out if I do bang it on something. So up here we've got the Polysport fork guard. White, looks really nice. I hope it holds up well. And again, a Kenda K760 Trackmaster also on the front with the Tusk impact rims. It looks so good. Let's wrap around here. On this side, we have an actual, this is real carbon fiber disc guard, but behind it is another Tusk Typhoon brake rotor, which is extremely nice. And we'll come up here to this part here. I don't want to reveal this quite yet. I actually sent a couple of pictures to a bunch of my buddies at Rocky Mountain ATVMC and said, hey, check out this light. And let me just tell you, they said, man, couldn't you have just gone with the 6-inch? And dude, you don't go 6-inch, you get the full foot long. Anyway, we got the Tusk dual sport mirror here. Basically, the enduro lighting kit replaced all of the stuff that was in here before. Super, super simple system. Basically, this on button just turns it right on. However, the bike is still powered by this button here. So that's, you know, that's basically the ignition. Anyway, we have the Tusk D-Flex handguards on here, looking really nice. These ones have the blinkers integrated, which is a really cool option. Tusk levers, they've got the grip. You can see the grippiness on the inside. I love that grippiness. Tusk Chub bar, again a GPR stabilizer that was already on the bike, and a Trail Tech Endurance speedometer, which I need to get working correctly. Let's see, again, a Tusk Racing cap there. Let's go down the bike a little bit. Oh, just little blingy things, you know, like we got this sprocket and chain guard. We got this really nice shift lever here. Just some bling, you know, if you need to replace these are affordable. And if you just want bling, they're affordable too. Oil filler cap. And then this is one of my favorite things on any bike. Do not underestimate these. These are some Tusk billet foot pegs, much larger than stock, and man, they make a huge difference, you guys. Like, huge difference in comfort, especially, you know, when you're riding, you're standing a lot, and man, having a bigger footprint, oh, it's really nice. Let's look at this enduro kit real quick. I wish I could show you the front more. Basically, it's just a bunch of plug-and-play wires, and they've got bullet connectors on there already. But it's a super simple setup, guys, honestly. And like I say, you know, if somebody like me can do it, I know very little about electrical. Very, very little. And if I can do it from their instructions on the paper and then by, you know, doing the video, anybody can do it. Seriously, it's very easy. I mean, honestly, I had some questions about the headlight. They said, okay, if you have questions, look at this video in one of their other videos, and it was just so simple. So you guys, don't be intimidated. If you need to make your bike into a dual sport motorcycle, if you want to have it street legal, just so you don't have to put it in the truck to get to the trails. If you live in a town like mine where the trails are literally, you know, 2-3 minutes away out of your door, you know, don't bother with a truck. Just make it street legal and then get out there and go. But anyway, here's kind of my rat's nest here, and it looks a lot more complicated than it is. Really, it's like, okay, the pinks are your rear brake, and that just comes from your rear brake. I mean, it's that easy. And then you know, they're like, okay, light blue, that's your, I believe, right blinker, and then the orange is your left blinker. It's so just I mean, honestly, it's kind of foolproof if you follow the videos. It's just nice. Anyway, we've also got the Tusk grips on there. It's got the Recluse clutch. I'm having problems with that. I don't know if I like it yet. Everybody says that I'll love it. We'll see. Tusk high pressure radiator cap. You know, they just hooked me up with every little thing that I could need. And obviously, you know, when you guys get your bikes, if there's anything that you need, you're not going to need to buy all of this stuff, right? This is basically just a demo bike, a bike that I can review all this stuff, see how it holds up. When it comes to prices and stuff like that, really it's super reasonably priced, and usually about half the cost. Just a steal. I mean, when I look at the prices of the stuff on there versus other stuff, it's just a no-brainer. But you know, do stay tuned, see how it all holds up. If anything messes up or anything like that, I'll let you know. But truthfully, I've had Tusk stuff on both of my bikes, the KLR and the DRZ, for years now, and have never had a problem. The only thing I ever had a problem with was heated grips, and that was my fault for not giving them enough slack in the line. So, man, I'm trying to think of anything else. There's so much stuff they sent that's just so awesome. Painted this with some heat-resistant paint. Same stuff you use on like a barbecue, and it seems to be doing well. Man, I can't wait for the tank to come, and then the Seat Concept seat. You guys already know how I feel about Seat Concept seats. I've got one on the KLR, I've got one on the DRZ. They're gonna send me a really cool cover. I think Seat Concepts it's the best by far. I mean, if you're not afraid of using a staple gun for 20-30 minutes and wrapping it yourself, it is by far the most economical, by far the most reasonable, best deal for a seat, and they're super comfy. So oh, you guys, I wish I could show you this headlight, really. Maybe we'll just give you a little peek. A little tiny peek. Oh, what's this? What's this here? Is that a garbage can? There was just a collective groan. Oh, it is a garbage can. And what do we have here? Oh, what? Oh, I can tell you guys right now that this light makes the light on the DRZ, which is so much brighter than stock, or even dare I say it is. Dare I say? Of course I say. The Baja Designs headlight, the X2 that I put on there, halogen. You know, the DRZ's light's way brighter than that, way brighter than stock. This light it's offensive bright. It would cause problems if I drove it on the road. So I did get a low beam. I'm waiting for another low beam. It's gonna have 3 big lights on it. I'm so pumped up, guys. Looks beautiful though. And then we'll do a big bike reveal and just show you guys how this bike does. It's running really good now. I've still got to adjust the Recluse. I said that before, but that's it, guys. And I hope you enjoy. I don't know if you guys are enjoying it, but I'm gonna enjoy it. Oh, so you guys, so much love to you. Thank you so much for watching. And if you have any questions at all, I can make a video for you. I can answer you in the comments if it's a simple fix. I can direct you to any of Rocky Mountain's videos. Seriously, guys, go over to Rocky Mountain, subscribe to them, because I don't know if you guys know this, but they have install videos for just about everything and anything, and making a WR250R into a killer adventure bike, and you know, making a KTM 690 into an amazing adventure machine. They've got an amazing channel, so check out their channel, and I look forward to riding this beast and just seeing how it goes. But there'll be something a lot more cinematic on the way. And to my brother Jay, this is what you get so far. Okay, guys, sorry, one more thing. I promised that I would start it up so you could hear it. It sounds so good. Also, I need to apologize. My garage, I am not a very good wrencher. That's why I try to keep my wrenching videos as basic as possible, because, you know, as you can see, I'm not the most organized person. My garage is a total wasteland. But anyway, let's set it down and see if we can get it to start in one kick. It usually does. I'm going to try it without the tank and see what happens. There's probably enough gas in the carburetor still. We'll see. Oh, you can probably see that light. Oh well, that's your reward for staying to the end. Make sure everything's good to go.